Alright guys, in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use configuration files to set default values in our mod. So, what we're going to be changing is the default amount of ammo the pedestrian has, and also the default armor. So, how we're going to do that first is we're going to come up here right above public random attackers and type private script settings config. Okay, so that's just stating our config. So that's what that is. Next, we're gonna come right under it and do int bullets and int armor. So integer bullets, so a number of bullets and a number for the armor. Now we're gonna come down here right above tick and type in config equals script settings dot load, and then this is basically where our configuration file is going to be. So we do that by scripts double backslash and then whatever we want the name of our any file to be. What do we want it to be? I guess badattacker.ini. So done with that. And under interval, what we want to put here is armor equals config dot get value. Put these little fish things, I forget what they're called, less than, greater than sign. In here you want to put int and then parentheses, and then here we want to put settings, and this is going to make more sense once we get into the creating of the any file. And then here you want to put armor, and then we want to set the default value right here, so set their armor to 75 by default. But the entire point of the config file is to change this, so this is just going to be the base. This is just going to be what it starts out as, because it has to have a number to start out as. So now we want to set the bullets, so it's basically the same thing. Bullets equals config dot get value int settings, comma, then bullets, and we said 1000 down there. So there's that for the bullets. Next, what we want to do is set the values down here. So where it says ped.weapons.give, if we don't set the config value here, it'll just be 1000 and the config will be pointless. So what we want to put here is bullets. Okay, so that makes sense because bullets right there is an integer, just like a number. So it's getting the number from the config and putting it there. So if that makes any sense, that's what's going on. And then for the armor, what we want to do is ped.armor, and then we want to put equals armor. Okay, so that makes sense again too, because the armor in scripthookv.net and scripthookv is a integer, so we have an integer here. So everything should work. Now let's get into making the any file, because it hasn't been made yet. But we don't want to forget to build the project. So go up here, build solution, and I will see you when we make the config file. Alright, so we want to come over here and get our CS file that we just built over here. So here, badattacker.cs. Let's get our scripts folder open and get badattacker in there. Alright, so now we have badattacker in there, but we don't have a config file. So how we make it is you want to right click in here, new text document, and you want to name it what we named it over here. So what we named it was badattacker.ini. So what we have to do is rename that attacker. Sorry, I can't spell. Attacker. Okay, so don't worry about the .ini yet. What we want to do first is edit it in here. So how we set this up was we went over here. So see, we have settings, armor, and then the number. So how we would set up the ini file is we want to do a bracket, and inside the brackets we want to put settings, just like we put in here. And then we want to go enter, right under it, armor equals, no spaces in between any of these, and then 75 like we set in the code over here. And under that we want to do bullets and equals 1000. So that's our basic config file. So what we want to do now is file save as, all files, remove.txt, and put ini and save it. So now we want to go back into our scripts folder, delete this .txt, and if you open any file, it's what we just put in the txt file. So everything should work good, and all those default values should be in place when we launch the mod. So there's really no way of checking it, but I mean, as long as you did everything correctly, that's what the values will be. And then if you want to change the armor, say you want to go 100, whenever you reload the mods or launch the game again, they will have 100 armor and not 75. And then you can also change the bullets like that too. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something, and go out there and make something great.